Drawing inspiration from the Nun of the Conjuring universe of films, Nun Massacre is a game from solo developer Puppet Combo. The studio's catalog is heavily inspired by slashers of yesteryear, cinematic masterpieces such as A Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, and Halloween. Every facet of their identity has been infused into his games, from the music to the extremes of their scenarios. A homage that has made his work stand apart, as evil is often found in possibility acted out in survival horror gameplay. Without question, Nun Massacre is my favorite in his portfolio, one whose horror starts with an ominous letter. Our daughter is ill, in need of medical attention that her boarding school is not equipped to provide. We rush to her, finding the roadblocks at the base of the mountain where the institution rests. Even if the obstruction were removed, the road is too narrow and rough for a car to travel. There is no alternative. We must advance on foot. If you're partial to horror films of the 70s or 80s, the opening title sequence will bring a smile and expectation of the dread to come. Once we make our way inside, the game truly begins. The door has locked. The building itself abandoned. In Nun Massacre, there is no guidance, no objective other than the one you intuit. Get the hell out of here. You'll survey the environment for objects to solve puzzles, along with diary entries that shed light to what has happened and darkness to their consequence. Your only music will be the ambience of a rainy night, and for the nun we want to keep at bay, a static will surface when she is in the vicinity, cautioning the player to hide or take flight. You'll know when you've been discovered if you hear a howl, or my favorite jump scare sequence of any game. It gives me goosebumps each time, fueling adrenaline. I love it. She is relentless, pursuing you everywhere. Her strikes will disorient the screen, adding to the terror. And 3, on PC or medium difficulty for console and mobile, will lead to your death. If you happen to escape her, imposing base will play to remind you that she is patrolling. There is no respite, not even in pausing the game. Events will continue to unfold. The nightmare is textured through the grunge and distortion of PlayStation graphics that subverts the safety of nostalgia. Every thread of tension weaves well into the fabric of the game. Puppet Combo did an excellent job. The game has an arcade touch to it. You'll die often in the beginning, but each time progress will incent just one more playthrough. It's all about chaining actions, how one item will allow access to the next. You'll discover a screwdriver and give immediate thought to an event that you happened upon earlier, or read a description that will make sense of what to do next. At times, their intended function doesn't make the necessary connection. And starting, the place does feel like a maze, but once the links are made, I believe that's where the gameplay shines. You'll be able to route your way through the school, knowing exactly what to do. The 3-item limit won't pose an issue since you'll know exactly what to drop and when, perhaps leaving it behind where you'll come to need it later. The menace of the nun will be overcome, but she will be the RNG to keep runs fresh. Several endings are possible, with the most elaborate chain regarded as the neutral ending. My first successful attempt took me an hour and a half a year ago. Now I can manage within 10 minutes. I would advise new players to attempt to discover things for themselves. But, again, the fun is in sequencing actions while surviving the nun, so even if a guide is followed, it doesn't detract. The release on console is what originally prompted review of the game, but as I began researching differences between the 2018 PC version, I realized that the game was also ported to mobile. It was installed immediately. Both the mobile and console versions share things over the PC iteration, while still having elements unique to each. On PC, you're given only one life in difficulty. If you're killed, the credits are played and you're booted out of the game. It's also the most prone to glitches, having gone without updates since 2018. It was succeeded by the mobile version in 2021, which has customizable options, a difficulty select that alters the AI of the nun, as well as the number of hits you can endure, and the best visibility and darkness of the 3 versions. The console version was released this year, 2022, and is a hybrid. It has all the additions of the mobile port, minus the increased visibility in the dark. resembles the PC version in detail and has the best highlighting of objects of all. On PC and mobile, you had to be pixel perfect, which can be a nuisance, especially when dealing with smaller objects like screws. Add static to the mix, good luck. All the changes from the PC version have been with benefit, but there is one I don't understand. There's a key item whose location has been shifted, which led me to Google without answer when I realized. This got me thinking, I should upload an optimized speedrun. Not just to add more validity to my words, but to help out the community. Once done, it will be linked in the description. Having completed the game several times now, I don't think I get tired of it. I keep giving thought to how I can better my completion time. It has an addictive rhythm. Each run is different. Your character has full mobility and freedom, one in which confidence in its flow can still be betrayed by the nun. You won't be locked into a death so long as you act. The dread from static or the cacophony of the chase are unforgettable. I haven't spoiled the story beyond the premise, but as I stated at the start, Puppet Combo tends to write situations within the realm of possibility. When uncovered, it will recontextualize the events of the game, elevating how they are seen. With the release of the mobile and console versions, there is no better time to check it out. The learning curve from the PC version has been eased, accommodating players with lives and options to tailor the experience. It's not expensive, and should you take to it as I have, will lead to continual hours of play with more value than the price. So, if you haven't played it, or have been considering delving into the horror genre, give the game a shot. You may come to have a new classic. Thanks for watching. Nun Massacre is a game I told myself needed to be covered if I ever started a YouTube channel, which just happened to coincide with the console release. It's been among my top recommendations when someone has asked for a good horror game. Now that answer is not limited to PC. Anyway, as my refrain goes, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you found potential in me or what I can produce, please subscribe. Or if you have any thoughts, please leave a comment. Once more, thank you all, and have a good one.